Oh no. How did that happen? Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo and Pine Brook Sanctuary. I hope you're all well. How are you? What have you all been up to? Let me know in the comment section down below. In today's episode, I think we are going to be putting in the Bonobo monkey. But first of all, I do want to have a little look at our otters because they are elderly. So I'm just anticipating that some of them may pass away soon. So I think we should concentrate on getting some more before we do anything. What's happened? The dangerous animal has escaped. Oh no. How did that happen? And why is he so far away from his habitat? What has happened? Because all of our guests are now running away. How on earth did that even happen? How did he get out? Go over here. Let's go to our transversal area. Let's click on this one. Can they escape in any way? They cannot escape. Well, how did they get out? Is the question. I don't think we're ever going to know the answer to that. As we were saying, we need to find our new otters. Let's have a look at them at the moment. So we need to go all the way down to our giant otters. Okay, so we have one male already, so that's fine. We only need to get another one male and we'll get 2 females. Let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm thinking this one for a female, and we're gonna have to spend quite a lot of conservation credits on this one here, but this is the best male that they have at the moment and for the youngest. And I think we're going to have to do the same for this female here and grab this one. Okay, so I'm going to send those to the the quarantine area. God, why can't I ever get that word right? So they're in there, so that is our first job ticked off our list. The second job was to research our okapi because I forgot to do it last episode. So there we are. There is our okapi that we needed to research. That is done. Now, the next task is, the thirst is gone up. I was just about to say maybe we need to put in some vending machines, but I don't think we do now. We'll keep an eye on it, and we might have to come back to our little checklist that we have going on. But at the moment, everybody seems to be okay and the guests are fine. Let's just double check our zoo overview. So animal welfare, 95%, so that's not too bad at all. Guest overall happiness, 85%. Staff happiness, 100%. Well, what can you do? Can't go wrong there, can you? We're still only paying 40 for an adult and 30 for a child. So maybe we put this up to 50 and 40 because they are complaining that they were. Many guests think the tickets are underpriced. So we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go any higher than that, I don't think. Everything else is fine. Look at all these happy green faces. So the zoo is very spacious. The toilet blocks are free. The ticket price is great. Everybody likes the ride at the moment. Everybody has, the place has great scenery. So that is fantastic to hear as well. So the thirst has just dropped down. I am thinking we do put in a couple of vending machines. What I want to show you is what I've put in over here. So this is our Siamang habitat, and I just extended the habitat a little bit and lowered down the barriers so the guests can stand up here. Look, here we are, prime example. Let's have a little look at these 2 here. So they can stand here and have a good look at the Siamangs. Oh no, oh look, she's taking a picture. I've never seen them do that before. Oh, that's really nice. I've placed a few little climbing frames over here as well to see if they come over. This is technically for the panda, so I don't know whether or not they will use it, but I put it in anyway just to see if they do. I don't know whether or not they will. It would be nice if they did, but they weren't, so the guests can have a really nice view from here as well. This is where we're going to put the Bonobo. I think it is going to be pretty big, but it depends on how many we can have. Maybe we could have quite a few in here. That is the task for today, but first things first, let's just come down here and see what we can do with the vending machines. So it's more drinks that they want than anything else, isn't it? Now, I don't know about any of you guys, but I think these are really quite ugly. So, and just to have them kind of like placed here on the side, it's going to be really helpful for the guests to have a drink and everything, but they're just really ugly. So I always try to make them look a little bit nicer. So I wonder what we could do. Okay, I've put this together. Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It's just bamboo, really. It's quite thin as well, so it's not going to take up the entire path, and it's big enough for 2 vending machines. You can unfortunately change the colour of the vending machines, otherwise we would, but we can't. So all I'm going to do is select this. Oops, no, not all of that. I'm just going to select this, put that into a group. Now the vending machine is not going to be in a group, so all we're going to be duplicating is this, which is fine, because all we're going to do is go around now and start putting little vending machines everywhere for our guests to use. So I'm just going to go around and do that really quick. Okay, so I've just gone around the zoo and put in a few of the vending machines, only in places where there's quite a long walking distance between the last food and drink shops. So there's food and drink shops there, and then the other ones aren't really until over in this section. So I was going to put a drinks machine kind of here, but then I was like, well, this is where we're going to have a view of the D holes when we eventually put them in. So I just kind of moved it there. That's not that. I just kind of moved it here, and the guests are already using it as well, which is really good. So they're just kind of scattered around the park, and hopefully that will help out our thirstiness, which it already seems to be doing, which is excellent news. Okay, so now the giant otters are all ready to go into their new habitat, so let's do that. Lovely, so they are on their way in now. So let's just go in and put in the M's and D's for them. Okay, and then lastly, D for Dad. Excellent, and then what we will do is we will put a D on this one, so we know that when that one comes off contraceptive, we know that we need to keep them. And we also have a couple of penguins that we can release to the wild as well. Oh, wow, quite a few penguins that we can release to the wild, so that is great. Let's select all of these. I'm just going to double check to make sure that we don't have any elderly penguins, although it doesn't look like we really need to worry about that with the amount of babies that we currently have. So I'm going to release these to the wild. I'm going to get 881 conservation credits. Excellent. Okay, so overall we are not doing too badly. So once it stops raining, we are going to get on with the Bonobo habitat. So let's just let the game run in the background whilst we have a little look for them. Clicked on the wrong thing again. Okay, so the Bonobo. What I will do, I will let you have a little read if you would like to. Okay, so we can have 7 males and 7 females. They are confident with humans, but the guests cannot enter the habitat, and they have 1 offspring. So they do have a matriarchal dominant system, so I think that will be like an alpha female and an alpha male. I'm guessing that they could probably still, like all the females would probably still have babies. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but we shall see. So I think because we have got such a large space, I think we probably could get away with 7 males and 7 females. So we'll put the Bonobo in this area here. We'll put the West African, I always say it's West African, but it's not. It's the Western Lowland gorilla. So we'll put them in this area because it is bigger. Oh, and also we are going to be putting in every single species of lemur as well. So I think there is 3. Yes, we have the black and white ruffled lemur, the red lemur, and the ring-tailed lemur, because they can all go in the same habitat together. So thank you so much, Carl, one of our viewers, for pointing that out. So we can have quite a big habitat for those as well, and they're going to go over here at some point. So thank you very much for pointing that out. Okay, so here is our choice of Bonobo. So at the moment we've only got 3. I think we're just going to have to get them. So we've just purchased those 3 bonobos. I've just refreshed the list and we do have some more. So I think it is just going to be a case of us adopting them as and when they come in. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 females and 2 males. Okay, so we're not being lucky with any more. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these into the quarantine area, and I'll keep checking them as I'm building the habitat. So we're just going to pop them in all in here, just like that. And we're going to start building the habitat, and I will be back with you shortly. Okay everybody, we have now finished the Bonobo habitat and we have 2 of them here. So I'm still going through the trade centre at the moment to try and collect as many little bonobos as we can. So I'll show you the habitat and how many males and females we have. So in here at the moment we have 7 females and only 2 males. This is their habitat. So they have a little inside area for them to play in, and it goes all the way from here all the way over to here. So they have lots to climb on in this particular habitat. So they have this large climbing frame here, which is from the Siamang habitat that I built off screen one day, and the monkeys seem to really like it. We've also got this one here that I built in another zoo as well. I think this is for the bears at some point in another zoo, but I just thought, you know what, it's quite good, it's quite spacious, they can sleep under here if they wanted to, and it's just something a little bit different for them to have in their habitat. They do also have this particular shelter over here also, and we have a little kind of a dead tree area. I thought that if the keepers actually did, they could hang food and stuff off. Not that they will, but if they did, they could. We also have a nice little viewing point up here as well. I will put in some education and maybe put in a few trees along the back here just to separate both of the habitats, and maybe hire this particular fence up just so it's in line with the bridge. Just have their little bit of a water area over here as well so they can go and splash in there. But this habitat is just filled with loads and loads of enrichment. We've got a little ice food thing here with all our fruit in. We also have a bobbin enrichment as well, and a suspended feeder and some other feeders over here. This one over here I've never seen before. I thought it was a bee box, but it's not. It's like a puzzle feeder. I thought it was like a beekeeper's box, you know, where they put all the bees, but it's not. Don't worry. That's a termite hill. And another little climbing frame over here too. So plenty of things for them to do and plenty of things to play on. Oh no, please tell me you're not going to escape. Let's wait for the... They shouldn't do. No, that's fine, they're just climbing it. I was like, oh my god, that's the last thing we need is for Bonobo to escape. We've already had the leopard escape. We don't want anything else. I've already gone through and put all the education and everything in, so we don't need to worry about that. It looks good, I think. Nice and big for them, so we should hopefully have some babies. I say that, I do need to go through and have a little look just to make sure that we do have enough females to male ratio, but I can do that off screen, so hopefully in the next episode you should see lots of females in here as well. The Bonobo is just about to mate. Is this you? No, no babies. Okay, can you imagine? We just put them in and we're already expecting a baby, but no, unfortunately not. So I am going to leave this episode here. I do hope you have enjoyed and you do really like this habitat. Please let me know of any thoughts, comments, suggestions in the comment section down below. It's greatly appreciated. Please give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's free and you will never miss another episode. So thank you so much for watching everyone. Bye bye.